What if I told you there are places on Earth so surreal, they look like they belong in a dream, or on another planet entirely? Welcome to Epic Planet TV. Today, you're about to witness secret destinations so stunning, most travelers have never even heard of them. From blood-red waterfalls in Antarctica to rainbow mountains painted by nature itself, these are the world's best-kept secrets, captured in breathtaking 4K. Get ready for a cinematic adventure that will blow your mind, ignite your wanderlust, and show you just how mysterious our planet can be. Buckle up, hit subscribe, and let's dive into the most unbelievable places Earth has to offer. This is not your average travel video. This is Epic Planet TV. Let's begin the journey. Imagine standing on the world's largest mirror, where sky and earth blend into a seamless infinity. Salar de Uyuni in Bolivia is a 4,000 square mile salt flat that transforms after rainfall, creating a perfect reflection of the clouds above. During the dry season, the ground becomes a geometric mosaic of salt polygons stretching as far as the eye can see. In the wet season, shallow water turns the landscape into an endless dreamscape, making visitors appear to walk on air. Flamingos wade through the shimmering surface, and the horizon disappears in every direction. This surreal expanse is so flat and vast that NASA uses it to calibrate satellites. Salar de Uyuni isn't just a destination, it's a mind-bending illusion that will make you question the very nature of reality. Venture to the Socotra archipelago, where the landscape feels straight out of a science fiction movie. Isolated in the Arabian Sea, Socotra's bizarre biodiversity is unlike anywhere else on Earth. Here, ancient dragons' blood trees stretch their umbrella-shaped canopies skyward, oozing crimson sap once prized as treasure. Bulbous bottle trees and alien-like succulents dot the rocky hillsides, while pink sand beaches meet turquoise waters. Over a third of Socotra's plant life exists nowhere else, making it the Galapagos of the Indian Ocean. The island's strange beauty is matched only by its isolation. Few travelers ever set foot here. Every corner reveals a new otherworldly wonder, leaving you to wonder if you've landed on another planet. Socotra is nature's greatest experiment in evolution. Wild, weird, and absolutely unforgettable. Step into a living painting at Zhangye, where mountains ripple with every color of the rainbow. Located in China's Gansu province, this geological wonder formed over millions of years as mineral-rich sandstone was layered, uplifted, and sculpted by wind and rain. The result? Stripes of red, orange, yellow, and even green and blue, stretching across rolling hills and jagged cliffs. At sunrise and sunset, the colors glow with an almost magical intensity, drawing photographers and travelers from around the world. Locals say these vibrant bands are the silk ribbons of a celestial goddess scattered across the landscape. No filters or digital tricks. This is nature's artistry at its boldest. Zhangye is proof that sometimes reality is more dazzling than any dream or fantasy. Hidden beneath the Arizona desert lies Antelope Canyon, a slot canyon sculpted by flash floods and time into a surreal, swirling masterpiece. Its narrow passageways twist and turn, with smooth sandstone walls rising and curving overhead like frozen waves. At midday, shafts of sunlight pierce the darkness, illuminating the canyon with beams of gold and purple, making the rocks glow from within. The Navajo people call this place the place where water runs through rocks and consider it sacred. Every step reveals new patterns and shapes, each more mesmerizing than the last. Antelope Canyon is a photographer's paradise and a spiritual sanctuary, where silence and light combine to create an atmosphere that feels both intimate and infinite. This is nature's cathedral, mysterious, magical, and utterly unforgettable. Pamukkale, meaning Cotton Castle in Turkish, is a dreamscape of gleaming white terraces cascading down a hillside in southwestern Turkey. These surreal formations are created by mineral-rich hot springs that have flowed for thousands of years, depositing layers of pure white travertine. The result is a series of natural infinity pools, filled with warm, turquoise water that seems to glow against the stark white stone. Ancient Romans built the city of Hierapolis here, believing in the healing powers of these thermal springs. Today, visitors can soak in the same pools, surrounded by breathtaking views of the valley below. From a distance, Pamukkale looks like a snowy wonderland in the middle of a Mediterranean landscape. It's a place where geology and legend meet, inviting you to step into a fairy tale. Cappadocia is a land where fantasy becomes reality. Its iconic fairy chimneys, towering cone-shaped rock formations, dot the valleys like something from a storybook. Carved by volcanic eruptions and centuries of erosion, these spires hide ancient cave dwellings, underground cities, and Byzantine churches painted with vibrant frescoes. At sunrise, the sky fills with colorful hot air balloons drifting above the surreal landscape, casting shadows over the honeycomb hills and mysterious stone towers. Exploring Cappadocia feels like stepping into another world, where history and geology collide in the most magical way. Whether you wander through the tunnels of Derinkuyu or watch the sun rise over Göreme, this Turkish wonderland will leave you awestruck at every turn. If you're loving these hidden gems, hit subscribe so you never miss a new adventure. Wadi Rum, known as the Valley of the Moon, is the closest you'll get to walking on Mars without leaving Earth. This vast desert in southern Jordan is a sea of red sand, scattered with towering sandstone mountains and dramatic rock arches. The landscape is so otherworldly, it's been the backdrop for countless sci-fi films. Ancient petroglyphs and inscriptions carved into the rocks reveal stories from civilizations long vanished. At night, the desert sky erupts with stars, offering some of the best stargazing on the planet. Bedouin camps invite you to share tea and tales by the fire, surrounded by silence and the endless expanse. Wadi Rum is a place of raw beauty and timeless wonder. The White Desert in Egypt is like wandering through a natural art gallery sculpted by wind and time. Here, gleaming white chalk formations rise from golden sand, shaped into bizarre figures, giant mushrooms, camels, and even abstract shapes that defy explanation. These surreal sculptures glow ethereally under the moonlight, transforming the desert into a landscape straight out of a dream. During the day, the stark contrast between the blinding white rocks and the deep blue sky is mesmerizing. It's a place where silence reigns, and every step feels like a journey across another planet. Adventurers camp among the formations, experiencing a night under the stars in one of Earth's most unique and magical deserts. Defy is a hauntingly beautiful clay pan where ancient blackened trees stand frozen in time against a backdrop of towering red dunes. Once a thriving oasis, this Namibian wonder dried up centuries ago, leaving behind a surreal scene that looks more like a painting than reality. The contrast between the bone-white salt pan, the dark skeletal trees, and the fiery orange dunes is utterly striking, especially at sunrise and sunset. The trees, some nearly 900 years old, have been preserved by the arid climate, refusing to decay. Walking through Defy feels like stepping into a silent, post-apocalyptic world, one that's eerily still, yet impossibly beautiful. Lake Natron is nature's masterpiece of the macabre, a shallow blood-red lake in northern Tanzania that seems more alien than earthly. Its vivid color comes from salt-loving microorganisms thriving in the alkaline waters, which can reach temperatures of 140 degrees Fahrenheit and a pH similar to ammonia. The lake's caustic chemistry can calcify animals, preserving them as eerie statues along the shore. Yet, this hostile environment is a sanctuary for millions of flamingos who nest here in spectacular pink clouds. The contrast of life and death, beauty and danger, makes Lake Natron one of the most astonishing and mysterious places on the planet, a true testament to nature's extremes. Fly Geyser rises from Nevada's Black Rock Desert like a psychedelic fountain from another planet. This accidental marvel was born when a test well struck a geothermal spring in the 1960s, unleashing superheated water that sculpted a bizarre 6-foot cone of minerals. Over decades, vibrant thermophilic algae painted the geyser in surreal streaks of neon green, orange, and red. Multiple spouts constantly spray steaming water, creating shimmering terraces that look almost too colorful to be real. Though it sits on private land, glimpses of Fly Geyser's alien beauty have made it legendary among explorers and photographers. It's a testament to how nature, as a bit of human error, can create something utterly unique, turning a remote patch of desert into a living, luminous work of art. At the edge of Northern Ireland, the Giant's Causeway unfolds like a colossal mosaic, with 40,000 hexagonal basalt columns stepping down into the sea. Born from ancient volcanic eruptions, these interlocking pillars look so precise they seem carved by giants, not nature. According to legend, the giant Finn McCool built this causeway as a bridge to Scotland, and the landscape's surreal symmetry certainly fires the imagination. Some columns rise over 30 feet, forming natural platforms and stepping stones that invite you to explore. When waves crash and mist swirls, the scene feels mythical and timeless. This UNESCO World Heritage Site is proof that geology can be as magical as any legend, drawing visitors to walk in the footsteps of giants on the wild Atlantic coast. Hidden in the forests of western Ukraine, the Tunnel of Love is a living fairy tale, an old railway track wrapped in a perfect green archway of interwoven trees and vines. Every spring and summer, the foliage thickens, transforming the path into a lush, leafy corridor that stretches nearly 2 miles. Local legend says, couples who travel through the tunnel will have their wishes granted, making it a romantic pilgrimage site. The dappled sunlight and vibrant greens create an enchanting, dreamlike atmosphere, perfect for photographers and daydreamers alike. As trains rumble slowly through, the branches gently bend, keeping the tunnel's magical shape. The Tunnel of Love is proof that when nature and humanity meet, the result can be pure enchantment. Caño Cristales is known as the River of Five Colors, a liquid rainbow flowing through Colombia's remote Sierra de la Macarena. For a few magical months each year, aquatic plants called Macarenia clavigera burst into brilliant reds, pinks, and yellows beneath the crystal clear waters, mingling with blue pools and green moss. The result is a riverbed that looks painted by an artist's hand, with waterfalls, rapids, and natural pools glowing in surreal hues. Locals call it the most beautiful river in the world, and it's easy to see why. Hidden deep in the jungle, Caño Cristales is a place few travelers ever reach, but those who do are rewarded with a spectacle found nowhere else on Earth, a true natural wonder that defies belief. Mount Roraima rises abruptly from the jungle like a lost world, a colossal tabletop mountain shrouded in clouds at the borders of Venezuela, Guyana, and Brazil. Its sheer cliffs soar over 1,300 feet, guarding a summit plateau that's been isolated for millions of years. The top is a landscape of surreal rock formations, crystal clear pools, and rare plants found nowhere else. Mist drifts across the surface, adding to the mountain's mystical aura and fueling legends of ancient gods and hidden worlds. Mount Roraima inspired Arthur Conan Doyle's The Lost World, and standing atop its windswept plateau, it's easy to believe in dinosaurs and undiscovered wonders. This is adventure at its most epic, a place that feels truly untouched by time. More mind-blowing places are just ahead. Subscribe now to explore the world's best-kept secrets with us. Hidden in the glacial waters of Patagonia's General Carrera Lake, the Marble Caves are a natural cathedral sculpted over millennia. Accessible only by boat or kayak, their swirling blue and white walls shimmer as sunlight dances on the turquoise water, creating an ever-changing kaleidoscope. The cave's smooth marble arches and columns look almost hand-carved, but every intricate curve is the work of waves and time. Locals call them the chapel and cathedral for their spiritual beauty. As you glide through the echoing chambers, the silence is broken only by the gentle splash of your paddle. This remote wonder feels like a secret sanctuary, one of the most breathtaking and surreal experiences you can have on Earth. Spotted Lake, or Kiluk, in British Columbia, is nature's own polka-dotted masterpiece. Every summer, as the water evaporates, hundreds of mineral-rich pools are revealed, each forming a vibrant spot, yellow, green, blue, or white, depending on its unique mineral makeup. These surreal circles shift in color and size throughout the season, creating an ever-changing mosaic. For centuries, the Syilx First Nation revered the lake for its healing properties, believing each spot held its own medicinal power. During World War I, minerals from Spotted Lake were even used in ammunition production. Today, the lake is protected, and visitors can marvel at its otherworldly beauty from a respectful distance. Spotted Lake is proof that the most unexpected places can hold the world's most magical secrets. The sandstone spires of Zhangjiajie National Forest Park rise dramatically from misty valleys, creating a landscape so fantastical it inspired the floating mountains of Avatar. Over 3,000 narrow pillars, some over 600 feet tall, tower above lush forests and swirling clouds. These ancient formations were sculpted by millions of years of wind and water, resulting in gravity-defying columns that seem to hover above the Earth. Glass walkways and cable cars offer thrilling views, while hidden trails wind through dense bamboo groves and secret caves. The scenery feels straight out of a dream, mysterious, mystical, and endlessly photogenic. Zhangjiajie is a place where the boundary between reality and fantasy blurs, inviting you to step into a living legend. Vinicunca, or Rainbow Mountain, is a geological marvel that looks almost too colorful to be real. Located high in the Peruvian Andes, the mountain's slopes are painted in vivid stripes of red, gold, turquoise, and lavender, created by centuries of mineral deposits and tectonic uplift. The hike to the summit is challenging, with thin air and rugged terrain, but the reward is an otherworldly panorama that seems to defy nature's palette. Local Quechua communities consider Vinicunca sacred, and their llamas and alpacas graze on the vibrant pastures below. Clouds swirl around the peaks, adding to the drama. Standing atop Rainbow Mountain, you'll feel like you're witnessing Earth's own version of a rainbow, etched in stone for all time. Halong Bay is a seascape straight from a legend. Over 1,600 limestone islands and islets rising dramatically from emerald waters. Shrouded in mist and mystery, these jungle-clad karsts create a maze of hidden coves, secret beaches, and enchanting grottos. Local myths tell of dragons descending to protect the bay, scattering jewels that became the islands. Cruising through Halong Bay feels like drifting through a forgotten world, where every twist reveals a new vista, and the silence is broken only by the call of seabirds. Sunsets paint the water gold, and floating villages add a touch of timeless charm. This UNESCO World Heritage Site is a place where nature and legend intertwine, promising adventure and awe at every turn. Lençóis Maranhenses is a landscape that feels straight out of a science fiction movie. A vast desert of pure white sand dunes, suddenly interrupted by thousands of crystal clear turquoise lagoons. Every rainy season, water collects in the valleys between the dunes, transforming the arid expanse into a shimmering mosaic of blue and white. Fish mysteriously appear in these seasonal pools, adding to the magic. Walking here is like stepping onto another planet, where every dune hides a hidden oasis and the horizon stretches endlessly. The contrast between the blinding sand and the sparkling water is absolutely mesmerizing. Whether you're swimming in a warm lagoon or watching the sunset paint the dunes gold, Lençóis Maranhenses is a place that will leave you questioning what's truly possible on Earth. The chocolate hills of Bohol are one of nature's sweetest mysteries. Over 1,700 perfectly cone-shaped mounds scattered across the island like giant truffles. In the dry season, the grass that covers these limestone hills turns a rich chocolatey brown, giving the landscape its delicious name. Legends tell of giants' tears or ancient battles, but scientists believe these hills are the remnants of ancient coral reefs, sculpted by centuries of rain and wind. From the viewing decks, the hills stretch to the horizon in a surreal, almost symmetrical pattern that looks engineered rather than natural. Each hill is nearly identical in size and shape, creating a landscape that's both whimsical and awe-inspiring. The chocolate hills prove that sometimes reality really is stranger and sweeter than fiction. Lake Hillier is Australia's most eye-popping natural wonder, a bubblegum pink lake nestled on remote Middle Island. No filter needed. The water's vivid color is permanent, thanks to unique algae and microorganisms thriving in its salty depths. Separated from the deep blue Southern Ocean by a narrow strip of sand and eucalyptus forest, the lake's striking hue is visible even from the air, creating a jaw-dropping contrast. Despite its unusual chemistry, Lake Hillier is completely safe to touch and swim in, though access is limited to protect its fragile ecosystem. The lake's origin remains a scientific curiosity, and its surreal beauty feels almost magical. Lake Hillier is a reminder that Earth still holds secrets that look like they belong on another planet. Grand Prismatic Spring in Yellowstone National Park is a living rainbow. a vast, steaming pool ringed with bands of electric blue, green, yellow, and fiery orange. At over 370 feet wide, it's the largest hot spring in the United States and the third largest in the world. The colors come from heat-loving microbes that thrive in different temperature zones, painting the spring in brilliant, shifting hues. Steam rises from the surface, creating an ethereal, otherworldly atmosphere. Boardwalks let you get close to the action, where you can witness the vivid colors and feel the heat radiating from the Earth's core. Grand Prismatic Spring is a geological masterpiece, a place where science and art collide in the heart of America's wildest landscape. Landmannalaugar is Iceland's Technicolor wonderland, a remote highland region where the earth bursts with color. Rhyolite Mountains streaked with shades of red, orange, yellow, and green rise above steaming geothermal vents and black lava fields. Hot springs bubble beside icy rivers. Inviting weary hikers for a soothing dip after a day of adventure. The area is crisscrossed by dramatic hiking trails, each revealing new vistas of rainbow-hued peaks and mossy valleys. In summer, wildflowers blanket the ground. While in winter, snow adds another layer of surreal beauty. Landmannalaugar's ever-changing palette is the result of volcanic activity and mineral-rich soil, making it one of the most unique and photogenic landscapes on the planet. A true feast for the senses. Studlagal Canyon is Iceland's secret masterpiece, a narrow gorge lined with towering basalt columns that look sculpted by giants. The Jökulsá River slices through the canyon, its water an electric turquoise in summer, perfectly contrasting with the jet black volcanic rock. These hexagonal columns, formed by ancient lava flows, rise up to 100 feet and create a hypnotic, geometric pattern along the canyon walls. For years, Studlagal was hidden beneath glacial waters until a dam project revealed its surreal beauty. Now it's a pilgrimage for photographers and adventurers seeking Iceland's raw, untouched side. Standing at the edge, you feel like you've uncovered a lost world, one where nature's artistry takes center stage, and every view is a jaw-dropping surprise. Tsingy de Bemaraha is Madagascar's Stone Labyrinth, a forest of razor-sharp limestone spires rising hundreds of feet into the sky. Tsingy means where one cannot walk barefoot, and it's easy to see why. The landscape is a maze of jagged pinnacles, deep crevices, and hidden caves. Formed by rain and wind over millions of years, this UNESCO World Heritage Site is home to rare lemurs, chameleons, and plants that exist nowhere else. Adventurers cross dizzying suspension bridges and climb narrow stone ladders to explore this alien world. The views from above are nothing short of breathtaking, with endless rows of stone needles stretching to the horizon. Tsingy de Bemaraha is a place that feels untouched by time, a true adventure for the bold. Mono Lake in California is a landscape from another dimension, famous for its bizarre tufa towers, ghostly limestone spires that jut from the water's edge. These formations began underwater, created when calcium-rich springs mixed with the lake's alkaline waters, slowly building up fantastical shapes over centuries. As water levels dropped, the tufa towers emerged, creating a surreal, almost lunar scene. The lake itself is one of the oldest in North America and supports a unique ecosystem, with millions of migrating birds stopping to feed on brine shrimp. At sunrise or sunset, the tufa glows gold and pink, casting eerie reflections across the still water. Mono Lake is a reminder that Earth's strangest wonders are often hiding in plain sight, waiting to be discovered. Dalal is Earth's most extreme landscape, a volcanic wonderland in Ethiopia's Danakil Depression, where sulfur springs, acid pools, and neon mineral deposits create a palette of colors you have to see to believe. Temperatures here regularly top 45 degrees Celsius, making it one of the hottest inhabited places on the planet. The ground bubbles with toxic gases, and the surface is painted in vivid yellows, greens, and oranges by minerals brought up from deep within the earth. The landscape looks almost alien, with jagged salt formations and steaming vents stretching as far as the eye can see. Despite the harshness, afar peoplemen salt here, adding a human element to this otherworldly scene. Dalal is a place where the planet's raw power is on full display, dangerous, beautiful, and unforgettable. Raja Ampat is the crown jewel of Indonesia's archipelago, a paradise of emerald islands scattered across crystal-clear turquoise seas. Beneath the surface lies the world's richest marine biodiversity, with vibrant coral reefs teeming with thousands of species of fish, turtles, and manta rays. Above water, limestone karsts and hidden lagoons create a landscape that feels straight out of a dream. Kayaking through these tranquil waters or hiking to a panoramic viewpoint reveals endless shades of blue and green, dotted with untouched beaches. Local villages preserve ancient traditions, adding cultural depth to the natural beauty. Raja Ampat is a sanctuary for both wildlife and explorers, a place where every dive, paddle, or sunset feels like discovering a new secret of the planet. Blood Falls is Antarctica's most bizarre and haunting spectacle. A rusty red waterfall bleeding from the heart of the Taylor Glacier onto the frozen white canvas of the continent. Despite its creepy appearance, this isn't a horror movie set. The crimson color comes from iron-rich salty water trapped beneath the glacier for millions of years. When this ancient brine finally escapes and hits the air, it oxidizes and turns blood red. Even more astonishing, scientists have discovered unique microbes thriving in this extreme sunless environment, offering clues to life's potential on other planets. The stark contrast of red against endless blue and white is both eerie and mesmerizing. Blood Falls is proof that even in Earth's coldest, most remote corners, nature can still shock and amaze. The Pinnacles Desert in Western Australia is like stepping into another world. Thousands of limestone spires rising eerily from golden sands, casting long shadows across a sun-baked landscape. These mysterious pillars, some towering over 3 meters tall, were formed from ancient seashells, sculpted by wind and rain over countless millennia. Walking through the maze of stone, every turn reveals new shapes. Some look like ancient monuments, others like petrified creatures frozen in time. At sunrise and sunset, the desert glows with surreal colors, making the landscape feel even more otherworldly. Kangaroos occasionally hop between the formations, adding a touch of wild Australia to this alien scene. The pinnacles are a stunning reminder that sometimes Earth's strangest wonders are hiding in plain sight. The stone forest, or Shilin, in China's Yunnan province, is a labyrinth of towering limestone pillars that stretch as far as the eye can see. nature's own skyscrapers sculpted by wind and water over 270 million years. Some spires soar over 100 feet, clustered so densely they form mazes and narrow corridors. Local legends say these formations are petrified trees, giving the forest its name. But the reality is even more fascinating. This was once a seabed, and the relentless forces of erosion have shaped it into a surreal stone jungle. The stone forest is not just a geological marvel, but a cultural treasure, steeped in folklore and celebrated in poetry. Wandering here, you'll feel like you've stepped into a fantasy world carved from ancient rock. And that's a wrap on our journey to 33 of the planet's most mind-blowing hidden wonders. These places prove that Earth still has secrets waiting to be uncovered, and Epic Planet TV is your passport to them all. If these destinations sparked your wanderlust, hit subscribe and ring the bell so you never miss another cinematic adventure. Which spot amazed you most, or is now on your bucket list? Let me know in the comments. I read everyone. Remember, the world is full of undiscovered treasures, and our next video might just reveal your new dream destination. Until then, keep exploring, stay curious, and get ready, because the next epic journey is just around the corner. Thanks for watching, and welcome to the adventure.